In this video, I want to clarify some things. We want clarity and transparency and fundamental rights protected for all Jamaicans. I'm not pointing fingers at any organization, but like in any organization, you're gonna have people or groups or whatever that bring things that they did into questionable things they did. So we have to ask questions. Let's go. Good day, my wonderful friends. It's me again, the great countryman. Now, I want to clarify some stuff. As you know, that's Termite and police killing. Okay? And I did a video where I said Termite get hunted like dog. And I referred to this man right here, the head of Ctoc, and the situation what happened. Now I need to say this, and I need to say this clearly so people understand this. I do not support criminals. I don't support gang. I don't know Termite. Me don't know Clansman. Me don't know nobody. You understand? I don't like dirty politicians. I don't like corrupt police. I don't like criminal gang members who kill off people in them neighborhood. You understand? And I support the constitution of our country. As for Ctoc has done great work in Jamaica, because I have looked through the different things they did, and they do great work in counterfeit, tracking down certain things, cybercrime, fraud. They be taking down a lot of fraudsters, you understand, lottery scams and stuff like that, you understand. But their operation is not perfect. There is a lot of police shooting in our country that's questionable. I'm saying, if we want to move forward as a nation, you understand, we have to adhere to certain principles. We can't just have the police going around killing guys like these just because that can happen to anybody. See, right now in our court system in Jamaica, we have a trial starting with the man that live uptown. The guy live uptown, and the soldier them went into his house and shot him. And this was a businessman, and they got away with it. But finally, the DPP said the soldier them kill a man, and now them charge them. They have been trying to get immunity, for not being charged. But the evidence, you understand. So what I'm saying is, we have to start all these authorities accountable. We know how corrupt Jamaica is. We know that the police work with the gangsters them. And everybody knows that. It's not you understand, nothing hiding. We know Termite have police link. We know most gangsters have police link, and them have politician link, and they have businessman link, and they do all sort of stuff. And then when thing goes bad now, the politician turn on them, the gang turn on the police them, the dirty cops them. You understand? So these are the things I'm saying. These things, we have to solve these problems as we move forward as a country. We can't say Jamaica is fully democracy when you can't have a police kicking up a pregnant woman on camera and nothing is done about it. There was no course of action. So these are the things I'm talking about. I'm not supporting criminals. I don't like criminals. There is many ways the government can bring transparency to the system. Like, for example, write into law where when these officers going on their operation, them have to have body cam. You understand? I'm not talking about exposing their operations, but when they actually on the operation, they have body cam, GPS. You understand? So we can know what transpired. Because let's look at it. In Termite case, the entire community, I didn't make it up, but the entire community was turned into chaos, where people were blocking the road and all sort of things. You see what I'm saying? Because there was no transparency. I mean, we see this time and time again. So something simply as body cam for these tactical operation, GPS, that would solve a lot of our issues. You see what I'm saying? Now we have to ask ourselves, do we really want to stop, not stop, but really bring down these murder rates and crime rates in Jamaica as a society? The government, do we want to do this? Now, if we look at El Salvador, yeah, Termite, you're looking at me, are you me talk? Now, if we look at El Salvador, El Salvador, they made bold move, the president, and El Salvador usually have about 10,000 murder a year, probably more. Sometimes about 6 to 12,000 murders. And El Salvador had less than 500 murder last year. The president made a bold move. He went to a state of emergency and built some big prison. He built a prison that can hold, I think, 10,000 people. And everybody knows about it. Everybody, anybody name, and that would include, say, Termite. I'm just using his name as an example. Anybody. The government pick them up, put them in prison, and then vet them. They lose all their rights. And what that did, that way brought down crime in a realistic way. And at the same time, the government, while they were doing that, they were implementing other programs within these communities in El Salvador. You see what I'm saying? So if we really want to tackle this situation as a country, as a government, as a people, we would do stuff like that and try to adopt those kind of principle and policies. But we're not. What we do, they say madness is defined by you doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. You see what I'm saying? Now, there is, to be fair, you know, to law enforcement. You see, everything in our country is dumped on law enforcement, and we expect law enforcement to solve our problem, when a lot of this that we're going through, it starts from home. We can't expect police to stop our pitney from turn thief or murderer. We as parents, caregivers, you understand, community leader, we have to start doing different, because the police is there to serve and protect. And if you pick me a criminal, the police is there to lock him up. So we have been dumping our problem on the police, and we expect the police to solve it. And that's one of the biggest issues. Another issue why we're going through this, okay? Now, when we look at Jamaica in the 80s and 70s, politicians, them created Dan era leader to get votes, and they supply these guys with guns to fight each other, whether JLP, PNP, we know all this. Each area is aligned to a political party. Now, over the years, the country has evolved, and the politicians have moved away from the dons them. People have become more civilized, more technology. So now these dons, they have morphed into extortionists. So the politician leave them up in the community, you know, because before they used to be in the community working for politicians. I remember politicians like Yap Song. Him have enough bad man a work for him. Carl Thompson, all sort of, you understand, back in the days. These politicians now leave these dons. These dons, their legacy, other people, other dons pick it up, and now they turn on the businesses and the business people them, and start extorting them. So that gap right there, you understand, lead to what we're seeing now. Now, in this time we're living, these gangsters, they're smarter, them educated, they know how to use technology, you understand, them become more organized, and that's because we're living in a different time, and we're evolving. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's a legacy from the political system in our country. So, like I say, I don't support gangsters. I don't support dirty politicians and police. I'm calling for us to uphold the Constitution. If we're not upholding our Constitution, the people them Constitution, right, that means we're not really a democracy. You see what I'm saying? We're just something like a democracy. So until we can do things like these, you know what I'm saying, then we'll have a better country. Now, we look at certain countries like the USA, America, and them place there, Canada. But those countries have been independent for some of them 400 years now. So they have evolved into what we see now. So it's gonna take us time for our countries, you know, the Caribbean or wherever, get to that level. So these are just growing pains in any country. With that said, I'm saying the government can still do some work in terms of transparency in these cases, because Jamaica has had the highest number of police shooting in the world, and anybody can Google that. We have the most questionable police shooting. We need to come up with a system, because Indicom, I think it's kind of useless, because they investigate police shooting but they don't have the power to arrest. Indicom is like a toothless dog who can't bite. Now, for me, I feel like we can fix our own problems in our country. We don't need no more police boards. We don't need no more this commission, that commission. We see what's going on in the country, even within the Vibes Cartel case, where there's just a lot of constitutionality issues in terms with even the DPP position. So we see what's going on. Our country is evolving right in front of our eyes. The judges, I guess now they're looking into constitutional rights of people and stuff like that. And they're even trying to make sure the government is separate from the prosecutor office. You understand? Because the prosecutor, they is supposed to protect the citizens of the country. That's their number one. Them and the law enforcement, that's their number one priority. Last but not least, before I go, I am for more extreme measures for dealing with criminal and gangs, and I want people to know that. You understand? Like I said, El Salvador, we can adopt that policy. And even, I don't mind the government adopting like a Patriot Act, like in America, where, you know, if somebody is deemed a terrorist threat to the country, gang members, whatever, the government can covertly pick them up. You understand? And vet them, try them in a military court, and then disappear. So I am for these things. I don't want people to think that I am defending this guy right here, Termite. It's just that, like I said, a lot of unanswered questions, and if we keep on going down this road, the country, to me, you know, is not going to be fixed. And in a sense, it's like we're training the country to be urban fighters. You see what I'm saying? We really want to fix this, so I'm for more extreme measures, more prisons, all of those things. And I need people to understand that. With that said, respect to Ctoc, you understand? And Ctoc been doing a good job. They just need to work on certain things which I have expressed throughout this video. Listen, my name is Countryman. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and click on another video. I'm out.